vlog. We're gonna take down a Spyderco McBee. Wasn't really planning on shooting this, but I figured might as well. And I think, well, I kind of tried to start on it, and then you notice, look at this. There is the tool bit hole on this side and this side. Usually one of it's fake. I don't know, maybe they put that in there so that if whatever's holding the pivot screw in, it will spin for some reason, and then you have a backup. I have no idea, but or maybe it's for aesthetics, just to make it look even. But yeah. All right, so let's see. We're gonna start off with a T7 on the show side. T7 on the show side. And I already started it actually, and it was quite, I wasn't sure because you always have to kind of test it because you don't want to try to unscrew something that's not made to turn. So it's definitely on the show side, and it was quite stiff. And let's take a look. Tons of Loctite. It's a fucking mess. Let's see. Let's just take the whole scale off. What's that? T7. Let's see if it's a T6 on the standoffs. Yep. I always thought the design is a little bit weird because it's like, I feel like the lanyard hole should be at the very end. It's kind of weird if it was sticking out from this end. I wouldn't put a lanyard just because of that reason, because why would you want to be sticking out this way? So it's a little weird design, I think. Look at all the screws here. You know, enough screws to give Frankenstein a hard on. Screws. Look at it. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fucking insane. Let's see if I can get this off. Oh yeah, pretty easy. Shoot. Let's get this focused. Okay. And oh, stiff. See if we can get this off. Don't scratch it. This kind of scales is like definitely gonna get scratches and snail trails, just like a Shabazz. I was pretty sure that when I got it, there's already like a snail trail somewhere. You know, but that's the type of knife it is. Just give you some nice character marks. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, get my hands out of the way. This damn focus. Okay, what do we have? Damn. Alright. So they polished. Focus, please. What is that? Kind of like a fake washer? Is that why they polished it? It's weird. Look how tiny the washer is. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's right there. Let me focus. It's tiny. You have to be very careful. You know what? I was going to polish this out. I'll probably still polish it. But, wow, so tiny. That's what she said. Okay, let's get this off. Come on. Yep. Okay, so it may be, ew, very dirty. Maybe I remember to keep this was on the right side and this was on the left side. Just in case it's finicky like that, you never know. Sometimes knives are finicky like that. So, ceramic detent. Yeesh. Ball, yeah. So maybe it's possible that they did, it's kind of scratched up just to have a friction so that the washer spins on the... It's so weird. The washer spins so that the washer spin on the blade as opposed to like spinning both the blade and on the scales. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's greased up there, and there's just holes. What's that hole over there for? Nothing. Weight savings. I mean, you have the usual holes here for design. And this weird, check out this weird design element. It's like, dude, would you want it to stick out like that? You notice how it sticks out? So, yeah. Obviously, because like when they cut into here for the lock bar, they're not using like a EDM, like a very thin, so it's quite a big cut, and maybe more material than they need, but it's functional. You have the little circle here that you notice on the corners of different knives, and that circle, and here's another circle here, circle there, that enables as just a stress relief, so it doesn't shear, because if you have a 90-degree angle, that's a shear point for the metal. So that's just a basic structure thing. So what am I going to have to do here? I don't think I need to, it doesn't look like there's any Loctite on this, and they are quite stiff without any movement. So I'm not going to need any Loctite I don't think I'm going to go for these standoff screws. But actually, it came apart pretty easily. Sometimes PM2s have troubles with the lanyard barrel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to polish the washers with a maybe, let me think how I should do it. Maybe I'll do 1 micron polishing paper, and then try to strop it on the 0.5 micron, try to strop it. It might be just stupid. And yeah, and then, usually you can do that. And then when you put it back together, here's the big point would be to find that very, very, very specific point of tightness when you're Loctiting it, and then it just gives the right amount of pressure so that the blade is loose enough to drop. It might not drop with this, but this is the only reason I'm taking it apart. Someone said they got their McBee to drop. I was thinking that it wasn't possible because the blade is so small and light, and usually that doesn't aid into it. Okay, so let's just do an overview. T7 and T6. T7 and T6 Torx bit to disassemble it, and yeah, pretty easy to disassemble. No trouble at all. That's good. So it's good to service, and I like this. I like these little design. It's all nice. Let's just check some other stuff out while we're at it. Yeah, nice D cut right there. You got the D. So this pivot screw is definitely not going to spin. So don't bother, on the opposite of the show side, the work side. I don't know what you call it. This lock side, you definitely do not want to try to spin that. Otherwise, you will strip your Torx bit and strip this hole, and that's what you don't want to do. All right, so let me just cut out, and then I'll start filming again when I reassemble it, and let's see if we can improve the action. See you again. Okay, reassembled, and this is what I used. Of course, my Weha set, always prone to rusting. I don't know. Boker oil pen. I don't know which kind of oil you guys use, but the key is a very fine applicator. You could always use a air blower as well to blow oil into small crevices. Of course, there's other stuff, nano oil, KPL, whatever's popular now. Pretty much the same stuff. I actually decided to use my 0.5 micron diamond paste on a Q-tip to polish the washers because they're so tiny. Of course, Loctite, the blue kind, because you don't want to use the red kind, and some booze. 91% rubbing alcohol. So let's see what the verdict is. So let me do some corrections. What I did find out is actually it is a barrel that both sides are screwed into, so you actually could unscrew it from either side. Should be able to. You don't have to do both sides, but you should be able to do either side to unscrew it, because it should be 2 screws into the barrel. Okay, and then of course there is no over travel protection on it, right? You noticed, and it looked like the lock face is so you don't have the steel inserted as well. So you have a titanium to steel mating surface, which is usually not ideal, but it's okay. It's like a Shabazz or Medford, I guess. You know, as long as it's carburized and it looks like it was, from the way it looked like in the inside, I think they have done their homework to make the titanium, that particular part, better. And there's no lock stick, so it's no problem. Of course, when I oiled it, I Nick Shabazzed it. I put so much oil and I had to clean it up. It's very hard to control because it's just a small area. So the verdict, can you drop shut a McBee? Answer is no. The answer is no. And I saw it on Instagram, and the person said he KPL'd and adjusted the screw tension to make it a drop. Bullshit. It's bullshit, because when you don't have the screw on tight, what ends up happening is actually the tension of the lock will actually push the blade over. It's enough to push the blade over. You can't have this thing loose whatsoever. You don't have to wrench it down, but it'll have to be firm. It'll need to be firm if you want this thing to be centered. Is it even centered? I guess so. Yeah. More or less. So if you want it loose, then you're gonna run the risk of the blade hitting the scale. And even then, it's what I suspected. It's like the blade is too light to really have a drop, for it to drop. So that's fucking bullshit. Yeah, but I don't know. You know, I bought this as a fidget knife. You know, it's like not supposed to freak people out. You know what this reminds me of the most of? One of my first knives when I was younger, which was a Kershaw Chive, I think. And it was a assisted knife, and I remember one of my friends had it, and then I thought, oh, so cool, look the way it flipped out. And this even sounds like it. It even shoots out when you it almost feels like it's assisted. And then when you close it, so of course there's no action, there's no fun action on the closing, but you can just, well, I don't think you can index finger it. If someone can do it, they're better than me. I can only get it from the thumb, and it really shoots out. And pretty good. What is that? 60%? 70%? I don't know. It's not going to slide. It's not going to probably move anyway. So, nice knife. Very small, very light. And and I did a disassembly. Nothing special to disassemble. No problems to disassemble it. And but you're never going to get that action. If you're looking for that action of drop shut, it's not going to happen. Unless someone can prove me wrong. If someone can do it, then they can prove me wrong. Otherwise, if I don't see it, it didn't happen. It's just BS. Because I know about some other people who adjust action, and they say to improve the action drop shut. But what they don't tell you, in what they don't expose, is that they actually uncentered the knife, and in order to get to get the blade to drop shut. That's what they don't tell you. And that's, for me, it's not acceptable. Because I am OCD. Just like a lot of people. So, yeah. Okay, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. This is a vlog. Spyderco McBee. Disassembly. And trying to tune it. Can't tune it. Cannot tune it. I've tuned a Benchmade before to drop shut. And I tuned my Spyderco Caribbean, whatever you want to call it. And I got both of them to drop shut without blade play. But it's just a different design that I believe could do it. And this is not the design. Okay, so I'm really rambling. Sorry. Bye.